Hello, I'd like to share with you today another feature of the Cheetah C50 GPS detector. Most people recognize that as a device that's used to identify red light cameras as you drive up to them, giving you a warning to make sure that you slow down enough or whatever. Also warns you for speed cams and different types of road hazards and things like that. This that we're looking at here is a Cheetah C50. One of the features that you don't hear much about is the fact that you can also mark locations with the C50. Those locations that you mark can later be retrieved into an Excel spreadsheet, and they actually give you GPS coordinates that you can use either to report a red light cam or speed trap to Cheetah, or you can also use it just for your own purposes anywhere that you actually would need GPS coordinates. And so I'm going to go over the process of how we retrieve that information from our Cheetah C50. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to plug it into our computer here.
Cheetah GPS.
And then we're going to go ahead and launch the Cheetah C50 software tool. Okay, our Cheetah is now connected, and if we go to the User Settings tab, we have a button that allows us to save our database. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit that button. The only format that we have available to us is XLS, so we'll go ahead and save this one as Test XLS. It already exists, but I'll go ahead and overwrite it. And once that's done, then we can go ahead and open up our Test XLS, which I seem to have made into a text file. There it is. And in my case, I don't have Office or Excel, so we're going to actually import this into openoffice.org. Also works in LibreOffice, but if you've got Microsoft Office, the steps are very similar to this, and you can still do the same thing. So here we can look at the columns that we have. Most important to us is latitude and longitude. The others don't really matter quite so much, unless of course we're reporting these to Cheetah. This does also contain information about the direction in which we were traveling when we marked our location. You also notice that by default we only have 2 places past the decimal point, but in reality the data that's stored is saving 5 places past the decimal point. These are very important to us, and what we're going to have to do with these, we're going to have to change the format. As I said, the steps in Microsoft will be similar, but we'll just select these fields, right-click on them, and go into our cell formatting, and then we'll simply increase the decimal places to 5. And this will give us enough accuracy when we actually use Google Maps or GPS or something of that nature in order to try to use these points later. Then obviously we're going to need more than 1 or 2 decimal places. So we have our points, and if we want to actually see what these are, you notice the latitude and longitude are latitude first and then longitude. And this is actually, as it sits, a format that we can use to plug directly into Google Maps. So we'll just go ahead and we'll highlight both a set of latitude and longitude coordinates, and we'll just put those on our clipboard, and then we'll just switch over to our Google Maps, which I already set up for us here, and we can simply paste in our coordinates And when we tell it to go, we can see what these coordinates are. So if you happen to be recording something to Cheetah, you may actually be able, well, you can actually review where your coordinates go, so that you know if you're reporting a red light cam, speed trap, VASCAR lines, hazardous road conditions somewhere, whatever it is that you happen to be reporting. Now you can see what it is that you're reporting. So you can simply take those coordinates along with the directional information that you have gleaned from your C50, and you can email that information off to Speed Cheetah and have that included in the Trinity database. And pretty much that's all there is to it. At this point we can clear out all of our marked locations, and I'm not sure how we do that, but I think that we actually have to hold down our mark location button for a number of seconds, and I don't know if it will actually work in this mode. I think it has to be operating in the car and not connected to the computer. So we won't clear that out right now, but at any rate you can see there's our Excel spreadsheet, which we did extract from the Cheetah C50, and we're good to go. So we can use those points on our GPS. We can use them to report to Cheetah, or pretty much for any other purposes which we would actually need those type of coordinates. Thank you.